Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardcore Heroes. The party's in a tavern, kicking it.
Yeah.
Waiting, resting, relaxing.
It's probably quite awkward because, like, we've invited Bella and Frank and all of them, but me and Van have got a lot to catch up on, so it's probably them just listening to us chat to each other.
Yeah, well, that's sort of to be expected in this situation, and they've all got their own stuff to take care of, so it's
probably
fine.
like two groups sort of like occasionally intermixing, but just sort of having their own conversations.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about that. I spoke to the Lorian, which is a brush dragon that lives in the the mountain ridge near the Red Desert where the tomb is, and he was like a friend of this Falstaff and Rohana, who were the two original mages that started Koibu, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
I learned to speak Akuban, which is pretty cool. I'll speak some Akuban.
Nice.
Give me your best Akuban.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's fake German. Give me your worst fake German you can possibly get.
Oh, worst fake German.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Akuban. Oh, right,
Yeah.
all right, you.
That's
okay,
perfect.
you mean English? Yeah, that was
No,
perfect.
that's perfect.
Das ist der Kuben.
Das ist der Kuben? Yeah, there we go.
Akuban ist nicht fantastisch.
Perfect.
Damn. That's harsh, man.
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy over there, you know? They've got like this magic where if they can get some of your blood, if you're a spellcaster, they can use it to like track you at any moment, I think.
I thought you already did that.
No, I don't think so. No, well, sort of, we can... What can we do? We can check if they're dead or not, right?
Well, I can scry on people if I have any part of them.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but they kept asking for bits of my blood. None of that. I pretended to be a carpenter for the day and snuck into the king's bedroom, stole his diary. That was pretty fun. Not as cool as going to an island and speaking to a mist dragon, though. It's pretty badass.
What if you did a full blood transfusion? Do you think that would get rid of the tracking?
Is that even possible?
You know, going out one arm, coming in the other? It could probably work.
I guess, yeah, maybe.
You do that for a couple of days and you probably cycled out most of your original blood.
Would you even be the same person then?
Okay, so let's suppose you have a ship, right?
Yeah, this is what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And then over the course of 10 years or so, you're gradually replacing every single part of that ship until eventually none of the original parts are in that ship. Are you still captaining the same ship, or do you have a new ship?
I don't know. Like, that is...
Frank leans over and goes like, you can't replace the whole ship, guys. You need the hull intact the whole time. You can't replace that. You don't ever replace every component in a ship. Sorry.
Look, we're talking philosophy, and philosophy doesn't make sense in the confines of reality.
Yeah, a ship's not so much an object as an idea.
No, it's a very
symbol.
big object. It's clearly an object. You can see it.
It is an object, but it's also an ideal.
It's true. If a ship never sails, is it really a ship?
Exactly.
Yes,
just an
it's
ornament.
still a ship.
What did you say your name was again?
Frank.
Oh, this is Frank. Okay, Frank, if you say so.
I mean, aren't these the obvious answers to the obvious questions?
Yeah, but you know, Frank, sometimes you got to think a little bit deeper, beyond the obvious, you know?
This might be why Malachi is such a powerful wizard.
Yes. I wasn't going to say it overtly like that, but that was the implication.
I mean, you are a powerful wizard.
I am, yes, thank you. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, probably.
I tell you what,
probably
though.
shouldn't have. Your ego really did not need that.
More surprising than anything else, I went to this town called Roxas, which is also around where the dragon is, and it's like an independent dwarven city. And I'm not even joking; they were all like really nice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was shocking.
Maybe dwarves just get grouchy when they spend too much time around humans.
Maybe that's what it is.
I
These
get
guys-
grouchy when I spend too much time around humans.
Yeah, they are very grouchy though. But these guys, they were chill. I did kind of lie to them though. I told them that I was. Do you remember the Duke from, or the Count? What was his name? Ironhide.
Which one is that? The one in the place that we can't go to anymore, or is that the one that we probably also shouldn't go to anymore?
In Newfort, you know, like where he arrested Tyrus Bellows and arrested the
the one that we probably shouldn't go to anymore.
Yeah. Well, I told these dwarves that I was honoring a debt that honoring a pledge that I'd made to the Count in Newfort to destroy the Shadow Dragon, and that's why I needed the staff. And they bought it hook, line, and sinker. That's the thing with dwarves. If you pretend that you're an honorable kind of guy, they'll fall over themselves to help you.
You could also just be an honorable kind of guy.
Yeah, but it's easier, isn't it, to just lie about you when you need to?
No, it's really not that hard to be honorable.
A man makes his own honor, really. We're honorable. I'm honorable in my own merit.
Sure.
Live by my own rules and stick to them. Anyway, a little bit uncomfortable with this line of conversation. So let's continue drinking, and then in the morning I'll meet you downstairs.
Yeah, teleport to Wickler. Oh, here, and I'm gonna go and rapport with him and send him over the room that I'm thinking is in question. Like, it's probably some very unused, like a glorified supply closet that nobody ever goes into, and the room below it is like super low foot traffic. So it's like the perfect place to go to because it's such a big castle, and I went through it for such a large amount of time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are gonna TP over?
Yeah, following morning.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so let me just change my spells up because
one thing to note, Malachi, is we technically probably shouldn't be doing this. So if they're not particularly friendly when we first arrive, that's to be expected. Don't do anything that would
Yeah. Okay, I'll leave
make
the
us
here.
Anything but friendly.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, it's my spells. So when I wake up, I cast Stone Skin on myself. I come downstairs, and I'll go down to my study and grab a few little pouches of iron dust.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have to shrink you, Van, otherwise you'll be too heavy to teleport.
Can you bring the ability to dispel that as well, so that I don't have to be tiny when I talk to the guards?
Yes, I shall.
Perfect.
I shall enlarge you once we get there.
Thank you.
Okay. So I sprinkle some iron dust over Van and then chant the words to the reduce spell.
I tell the rest that we're going to be back in a couple of days, probably. It's we can't really teleport with a lot of them, so we're going to have to.
They understand. Yeah, they're used to being henchmen. They get it.
Yeah.
You can't just take them everywhere you want to go.
Okay. And then I put them in the backpack. I think on this room, and I cast teleport.
Give me a D100.
Just don't roll that 100, please.
Ooh, all right, good. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I take Van out of the backpack and I sprinkle some more iron dust on him and I cast enlarge.
Okay.
Right. I think we're here.
Big. You guys are in a closet.
Over to you, Van. I'll follow your lead.
All right. Could you enlarge me first?
Yeah. No, I do. I enlarge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Oh, I hate being small. Anyways, let's get this over with. So I've got my weapons wrapped up in cloth. I'm gonna walk out into the hall and go looking for a guard.
All right. Let's just get the right castle background here. There we go. Okay, you go looking for a guard, which isn't hard to find. You step out of the broom closet.
Say, excuse me.
And,
excuse me. Do you know where the High Cleric is? Not in the castle, right? Where's the temple in town?
Excuse me? He looks you up and down, armed, all of weapons, armor.
Yeah, all of them wrapped up in cloth.
Yeah, but you're
clearly, meant to be
non-threatening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He looks at you, kind of confused for a moment, and goes, the temple's in the main square of town. Just go out the gate, cross the drawbridge. Aren't you a cleric? Shouldn't you know this stuff?
Yes. I've never been to the temple in town before. I've only ever been to the castle.
Quick, name the 7 gods.
I named the 7 gods.
He seems satisfied. All right, he shrugs and keeps going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna walk like I know where I am. Like I belong there, right? Because I know the castle layout. So I'm just gonna walk toward the exit. Like I know what I'm doing.
All right, let's see if. Give me a charisma check. Just a flat charisma check. Let's see if we get into any trouble here.
I do pass.
Just barely. You get a couple of people that are about to, but then he's leaving. He's not coming.
Yeah.
It's fine, right? I didn't. There's some confusions, but you managed to just walk right on out the castle without anyone really giving you a second glance or the third glance. And
on the way out, the last guard that we pass, like the gatekeeper or whatever. I want to say to him, "Hey, friend, I need to speak with the queen. My name is Malachi. Can you make an appointment for me? Oh, I should be in town for a day or two."
Oh yeah, totally. I'll just set an appointment for the queen for you, buddy.
I have business with her. We have a deal.
Yeah,
Malachi,
I got business with the queen too.
Malachi,
Totally.
what's this about?
Yeah.
I can vouch for you if it's something important.
It is important.
It's super important. Yeah, we've got dinner plans together. We're gonna go berry picking.
Excuse me, friends. Talking to my
Hold on
friend
a
here.
moment. Malachi, what do you want the meeting for?
We were trying to make that portal, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I need some spells for it. And I read that the Caledonians, which is like a continent to the south, had the guy who made these spells was from down there. So there's an expedition down there. I don't know if you heard about it, but I was speaking to the queen and I gave her some gold. And she was having a night down there, going to get these books for me. So I was just going to check up on it.
I imagine that there's probably somebody. The
Sure.
Caledonian expedition, you have somebody who's not the queen, like in charge of most of the bookkeeping and numbers, correct?
I'm sure it's totally fine. I'm sure it's gone fine. The books are probably already here. That's just why I thought I'd ask.
Oh yes, that makes sense. It's just
Yeah.
I don't think you need to meet with the queen directly for this. There's a. I imagine you have some sort of accountant who'd be handling this sort of affair. I'm asking the guard about this at this point.
Accountants to handle the affairs of the South? No, that's not the queen. You want to go talk to Princess Sella in Solwick. She's in charge of
Solwick?
everything. Yep.
I see. Thank you. And then we continue.
He changed
But you
his tune,
shouldn't go
didn't he?
too quickly. I have an appointment with her. We're gonna go see a play.
At least he's in good humor.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I'll check up on it another time. Let's go.
All right. You guys head to the big temple in town. You can see its ivory spires reaching into the skies. They kind of curl and twist and turn in a vaguely elven sort of architecture, like humans trying to be elven architecture sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate these places.
Big, beautiful place.
Let's get this over with.
You hate the temples?
They're too big. When I was a kid, I used to find the architecture alluring, but I don't think we should be living in these things too disconnected from the world around us.
Yeah, that's
Literal
what caused
ivory
the,
towers.
that's what caused the rift in the first place, right? People worshipping material possessions too much.
Very
shake my
possible.
head.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, the clerics I met of Falumbra, I think they had the right idea. They lived among the people that they serviced. Maybe that's how it should be.
Philumbra stands apart from the other gods, right? It's the moon rather than the stars.
A little bit.
I smile, happy with myself. I know it well.
Good job.
All right, let's go find this guy.
Yep. So I'm going to head into the temple and say, "Excuse me, I'm Father Van Helsing. I'm looking for the High Cleric."
Yes, the High Cleric is... Father Van Helsing. The Van
Yes.
Helsing?
Yes.
I see. Well, come this way, and he'll lead you to a sitting room where you can wait comfortably while the High Cleric arrives.
Excellent.
Okay. Let me make some High Cleric stats real quick here, so we know what we're dealing with.
Just in case we have to kill him.
You never really
I'm
know.
a cleric of Verossi, and I personally think all this death and destruction is great.
There's one of them in Redport, if I remember correctly.
I think so. There's definitely a Verossi cleric in charge somewhere. I think that was the because that's where we killed the siren, and it was the Verossi cleric that I had to talk to
Yeah.
in advance. Bastards, killing that perfectly innocent siren.
So much XP though.
Except for you, Greg? Who did it? Sean.
No,
I
Sean.
didn't
Sean.
test it,
Sean
yeah.
Helsing didn't get it.
Good
We all would have
call.
died if Greg didn't have that bag of flour.
Yeah.
That was great.
Okay. No, we can't. All right, I just need to change the god, but I like these other stats. Ooh, there we go. Perfect. All right, you can find the High Cleric. Terius. She is a 66-year-old woman, 5 feet tall, 143 pounds, right-handed, and she is very clearly a cleric of Velmontarius, the god of justice. Yes.
Nice.
5 feet tall?
5 feet tall.
Wow.
5 foot flat.
What's her name again? I imagine I've gotten her name at this point.
Yes, you should have her name by now, because that is how this would go.
Like, she's
so, yeah.
super well known, yeah.
Yeah, you know her name. It's fine.
Yeah, what is it?
What do you remember it being?
Eliza.
Is that a...
I don't know if
that's a guy's name.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Eliza?
Is it?
Oh,
Eliza?
Eliza? Okay, sure. Eliza.
I don't know if that's like a real name or not. I think that's a real name.
Eliza.
It's an early
Done.
computer programming language.
Let's just call her Cobalt then. It'll be fine.
All right. Mother Eliza, it's good to make your acquaintance.
Yes, Father Van Helsing, I have heard much about you from the princess.
Yes, that yeah, let's I'm not here to talk about that.
No, I am sure you're not, but there must be justice for the young one.
The what?
The to-be young one.
What?
Congratulations, man. I put an arm around you. Well done.
Well, okay, well maybe I'm here to talk about we'll get to that later. Right now, I have something else.
Have you seen the queen yet? Or
Not
the princess?
yet.
Have you been to the
Is she
castle?
mad at me? I have been to the castle. Is she
And
mad
you
at me?
didn't check in on the
No,
princess?
this is urgent.
More urgent?
Yes, it's actually more urgent.
Well, then I had best hear you out first before I reprimand you any further.
Okay, is it okay if I cast some magic here? It might be faster to show you rather than to simply say it.
Proceed.
All right, I'm gonna cast Rapport on her, and I'm going to give her an overview of like all like our talk about going to investigate this flesh heap and how like this all stemmed from the fact that we knew about the people who've been left behind in the Shadow Realm and we wanted to save their souls because we saw the bowl with all their souls twisting around inside of it. And then we go to the flesh heap, we learn about the legend lore spell, so she gets the poem, that riddle of what it is. We talk to Hydroxus, and Hydroxus is like, your world's about to be destroyed, so I'm gonna go home now, see ya kids, and then flies off. So she gets the whole rundown of the situation.
Yeah, and at the very end of it, she will turn around and reveal some conversations that she's had with the queen and the princess about the identity of the princess's unborn child, and the princess hasn't really told the queen what's going on. The queen's like, who the fuck did this to you? And the princess is like, queen, this is, I can do whatever I want. I'm not gonna tell you. And the queen's like, bitch, you're a princess. You can't just do this shit. We got like a whole thing to go. And the princess has been like, well, I'm going to try and get in touch with him. And she's been talking to the high priestess about this thing. And the high priestess has been like, bitch, I'm not getting involved in your things. But if he comes by, I'll talk to him for you and let him know that you're looking for him. And the princess seems super into this whole like Van Helsing's the one.
He probably is though, right? I mean,
yeah. So you come out of the rapport having shared knowledge with her, but also there's some expectations being placed on you by the nobility.
Oh boy.
just do it, man. Marry her. It's about time you made a man of yourself.
Oh boy. Well, wow.
But as you said, more pressing things first.
Yes. Our world is facing an existential crisis, and I've come to you
without
seeking...
a father for the new to-be king one day, eventually, maybe, if enough people die, the whole country would be in crisis, but
The
I
whole
digress.
world would be in crisis from this. You saw what I showed you, correct?
Are you familiar with the phrase that the urgent things should not take priority over the important things?
But they have to. Look,
Of
I
course,
understand what
of
I'm not
course.
trying to brush you off here, but this is important. We can't
Yes, it's life or death. It certainly is important.
Not just for me, for the world.
I understand. Well,
Okay.
at least for this continent.
Yes, but likely the whole world. I doubt it's
Certainly.
going to be stopped by the sea.
Certainly, of course. But it's also, as if I
And
recall
Solemn is
your
not in-
memories
I don't-
correctly, it's
Solemn
been
is
many...
not in much better of a state right now. Solemn might be a bit of a disaster zone right now anyway, so I think it's done quite a good job of destroying itself.
That's fair enough, but as I seem to recall, these memories are not super recent. I think you probably have room to...
Yes, I will go to the castle and speak
Okay,
with
good.
her. I understand.
Good. Okay,
Yes.
of course. Now, let's continue. What can I do for you?
Are you capable of casting a spell? There are many clerics on the continent of Arcadia, correct? But they're scattered to the winds. All of the large temples have been destroyed, except for perhaps this one. The one in Eridon is gone. I don't know of any particularly large ones in Akuba. The heat stroke has been taken over by this demonic mass. The clerics are scattered to the winds, and I was hoping that you might have a particular spell that might be able to call them back together.
To call them back together?
Yes. I've never done it personally, but I know that we're capable of casting cooperative spells. Perhaps with enough clerics put together, we might be able to use some magic to at least temporarily contain it while we look for a more permanent solution.
I understand.
I want to destroy this thing entirely when we get the chance, but for now we need to hold it in place. We can't let it keep growing while we try to find a more perfect solution. We need to implement something fast. The fast plan is better than the clever one.
Okay. I hear you. And how specifically can I be of use to you? I hear the greater message.
Are you capable of sending thought waves? I've sent one before, but I can't do it regularly.
Thought Wave is a level 5 spell. Let me just see if
she has it, yeah.
her god gives that shit.
I don't see. It's divination is the school. Oh wait, that's useless because it's not a sphere.
Yeah. Sorry, I have it all. Yes, she can cast Thought Wave.
Yeah.
If you could cast this magic in, because you can group people generally by category. You don't have to send it to specific people. So basically, she could send it to clerics on the continent of Arcadia who I have not already contacted. That's a literal group you could make.
The caster can designate as many as 10 persons to receive the message.
Per time. So she'd contact basically 10 per casting. Group of characters by name or target fellow priests, superiors, adventuring companions, knights of Lord Halcourt. So you can do general categories.
Right.
And then it goes in order of closeness.
Closest, right. There's no late range limit, except
I
for
don't think it goes
plane.
over planes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Automatically know who sent it and gain a clear indication of the mood and situation of the caster. Recipients intuitively know the general source of the spell, although they are unable to pinpoint rooms, dungeon levels, or landmarks.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's a really cool spell.
Fucking bomb.
You could kind of cast it on like every major city or something.
So
it just goes everywhere, so you can cast it from wherever you want.
if you wish on me to contact every single cleric, is that what I hear?
Yes, that's the plan. I mean, you understand. Do you agree with my process here that we gather the clerics together, create a spell that could at least temporarily contain this monstrosity, and set to work in casting it?
How many would we need, Van? Like 50 or more?
The more you get, the more powerful the spell.
You know, it doesn't have to be every cleric in the land. Maybe it's like
We probably
won't
won't get every cleric in the land. That's why I want to contact all of them.
Yeah, right. So, like, if you contact them all, maybe we get a group of 30 or 40 or so who are willing to come with us.
That's part of why I came to you. You, I imagine, hold more sway than I do.
Perhaps.
Do you agree
Then
with
again,
my...
if I contact every cleric, how do you say? Oh, this analogy doesn't work because email hasn't been invented yet. I don't know if I feel comfortable reaching out to every single cleric without a more concrete plan. If you have a spell devised, and then I can contact them with a specific plan, that might work. But just, what should I say? Everyone meet up in Wicthron Marenta, leave your families, the people you're tending to, the villages you're sworn to look over, and
that is fair. Perhaps we have some resources back in our mansion in Bontheris. If we could pool them together with your church, we might be able to devise the spell ourselves.
Yes. If you can get me the spell that you need and the location you want people to gather, place, time, and event, you can make me an invite that is detailed, and I will be happy to, well, not happy, this is actually a dark time in the world, but I would go out of my way to send this to everyone. But I need more than just, we need all the clerics all at once, you know?
Okay.
But yes,
if you give me leave to make use of your facilities here, then I will go speak to the princess, and then I'll set to work in devising the spell for you.
I insist that you do not leave until you have spoken to the princess, so you may have as much room for all of this as you need. And by the way, you should do it soon. I do believe it's only a month or so until the child is due.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Father Van Helsing.
Father Van Helsing, indeed.
Hey. Thank you for the news. I'll go speak with her.
Look, Van, as we're walking out, I say, it's never going to be a perfect time, right? But she's having your kid. She's a princess. Like, there's definitely worse catches out there if she wants to marry you. I'd do it for you, but I'm not sure that she'd be into it.
No, probably not.
All right.
I don't think we were supposed to agree with him there.
Yeah, I think you could see. She obviously knows you're a great hero. So when you say to her, "Look, baby,"
but there's also the concern that I might not come back from all this, Malachi.
She knows that though. Like that's why she wants to marry a great hero. You know, you've got to ramble. You've got to save the world. She'll be cool with it. You can just pop in once a year.
Would I have to settle down here in Wickthorn or Renta?
Nah, you'd get given like a little part of the castle.
Honestly, it might be for the best.
I think it could be a good
idea. I
did
bless that child. I could watch over it myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like, if we are trying to save the world, then having friends inside the capital of the most powerful nation is definitely it's definitely a good place to be.
Well, I never thought I'd be marrying into nobility, or for political reasons. I never thought I'd be like the nobility, Malachi.
Yeah, I know, but like sometimes you got to change things from the inside.
Well, okay. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Never in the history of D&D has a player character been like, God damn it, I don't want to marry the princess. And it's not like she's a terrible princess.
No,
like
she's a perfectly good person.
Great person, head over heels in love with you, part of like the monarchy in the country that you live, who are all sort of supportive of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go and get a drink first? Are you all right?
No, I shouldn't be drunk. Maybe after.
Depending on how it goes. Well, if it goes well, or if it goes bad.
Right.
Do you want me to come along?
No, I'll take care of this on my own.
You sure? I could like go invisible and just like.
No, maybe you should go talk to the tree gnomes. I'm sure they've been lonely without us.
Yeah. All right. Look, good luck, Vat. I like put an arm around your shoulder or whatever, and wish you luck sincerely.
Thanks. All right, I'll be back later.
I'll be in the tavern.
All right.
I head to the gnome tavern.
All right, you head to the gnome tavern. I do seem to recall it is sized for people to come in with lots of little tiny avenues for gnomes to cruise around back and forth.
It's a cool
And
place.
they're running around serving things. Someone greets you at the door at like head height, coming out of like a what do you call, like a cuckoo clock sort of like door. Like they pop out.
Awesome.
Hello, welcome to the gnome home.
Oh my god! Oh, I'll have a beer, please.
All right. And then, some scurrying sounds in the walls, and as you get to the bar, there's like an out-of-breath gnome like holding this giant lever that's pouring the beer in, giant for him, regular for you. He's like, it's almost ready, sir.
Thank you. Nice place you've got here. I take my beer and I'll give him a nice tip and go and sit down in a comfy chair.
All right. And you get to rest and relax and not have any sort of awkwardness whatsoever.
Okay.
Van Helsing.
So wait, which princess was it that I
I don't even remember.
No, I don't as a player, but it's also
I don't remember.
I don't think we ever said. I don't know if we ever even specified. I know it was like one of the youngest ones, right? Like she wasn't in line for succession.
Right, she's one or two down the rope. Let's see. The youngest daughter of the queen visits Van's bedchambers. She doesn't even have a name? The youngest daughter? This can't be right. We must have named her.
I feel like it was Alice. I don't know why.
Alice does not ring any kind of bell.
Apparently,
Apparently, Tacky says no name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just clarified her as the youngest princess.
How young is the youngest princess now?
29 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so much older than me, actually.
She's very old.
How old is Van by now?
24.
Okay, Van's still a youngin' then. Okay.
Well, actually, maybe, I don't know. When did we start Hardcore Heroes? In terms
1509, and it is now 1511.
Yeah, so about 24.
Yes.
That was 22 when we started.
Yeah. All right. We're going to name her...
Princessa.
We're going to name her Lysandra.
Lysandra? Okay. That's a good name.
Lysandra.
That's a sexy
name.
princess name. Yeah. You sly dog.
I'm gonna walk up to the gate guard, probably the one that I met like an hour or two ago.
Oh yeah, he's gonna like this guy.
I say, "Excuse me, I'm Father Van Helsing. I'm here for an audience with Princess Lysandra. She's been expecting me for some time, as I hear."
Not the only thing she's expecting.
Is she? I'm unaware of any such expectations. Please. They'll take
If
you
you
to a
could
room.
pass it along to her, yeah. If you could pass it along to her directly, if you want confirmation.
Of course. I will check with her, Father Van Helsing. Please enjoy this sitting parlor with this brandy and these cookies. And this sponge cake.
Thank you. I enjoy the sponge cake.
Okay, I need to find... What is the happiest, most joyful track I can find?
It's got to be one of the tavern musics, right?
It's got to be the tavern music track. Yeah, it's so good. All right. 5 minutes later.
You could go for the Benny Hill theme.
Oh, if only. All right, a few minutes later, in through the room marches a knight in plate mail with a sword and a flowing cloak and a helmet with wings on it, who scans the room and then is pushed aside by a very pregnant young Lysandra, who bursts in and practically waddle tackles you, which really isn't much of a tackle, as she embraces you and looks at you with big shining eyes. Father Van Helsing, you're back. I thought I wouldn't hear from you again. You've been gone for so long. Why haven't you come to visit? There have been so many questions,
There's been a lot going on. The world is in quite a bit of turmoil recently. I've been traveling to the north, to Eridon, learning about. Have you heard anything about? Well, it's not important. It's been a long time. I didn't.
You didn't what? Right?
How are you? I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
I wasn't aware about the I kind of looked down.
How could you have been?
At her stomach. I didn't know.
I mean, I sent a couple of messages. Didn't you get them?
No, you sent messages.
I sent letters.
Where to?
Your estate in Bontheris.
Did Jeeves not pass me my messages?
Well, you should really get another servant then, if he's not passing on messages from the princess.
Perhaps I should. Well, in any case, I'm here now. I apologize for not contacting you earlier.
Well, we're here now, and as you can see, things have grown.
Yes, I can see that.
My mother still doesn't know who you are.
Excellent.
What? Excellent.
Well, how do you think she'll react once she does?
I think she'll be thrilled. I just didn't want to say anything without talking to you first.
I see. Well, perhaps we should tell her.
Tell her what?
That I'm going to be a father in 2 ways very shortly.
Is that all we're going to tell her?
Allow me to do this properly, and I'll get down on a knee and say, Princess Lysandra, may I take your hand in marriage?
Oh, thank God. I have been waiting 8 months to hear those words. Yes, yes, Father Van Helsing. Yes, yes.
All right, I must warn you, I can't stay for the immediate future. There's important work afoot.
Of course. And I wouldn't dare stop you from your important missions.
Thank you. Oh, I suppose I'll be relocating to Wicthorn Norenta then.
Well, of course. I mean...
Maybe we'll have to sell the estate in Ponteris.
Well, at least for a short while. You know, once the child's up and walking, we could move anywhere. I mean, This is my kingdom after all. I have family everywhere.
I see.
And I am nowhere near in line for the throne.
Well, I'm not sure if our estate is up to your standards, but if you'd like to pay it a visit, you're more than welcome to. I could show you.
Well, why don't we deal with all of these things after you save the world?
Of course.
Anyway, let's go talk to Mom.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Right. And why don't we flip back over to Malachi in, I don't know what this place is called. I'm calling it the Gnome Home for now, but I think it had another name.
That's good. The Gnome Home is good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually worried now that I should have made Van buy a ring. But,
Ooh.
I'm a bit worried for him. I think he's going to be fine, like... But now I'm getting a little bit sad, like, is he going to move out? Am I going to be living on my own now?
Just you and Jeeves?
Me and Jeeves, yeah. What if they take Jeeves now? Jeeves would rather stay with me, wouldn't he? This is what I'm thinking to myself.
Then live in a castle?
Yeah. What, is that just like one of the gnomes opens the door and says that?
Quiet you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything too interesting, so I'm just, I'm chilling.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. So the party can regroup after Van Helsing talks with the Queen. We don't have to go through the role playing. It would take a while. I think generally speaking.
Okay, how does it go? Generally
speaking, the Queen seems pleased that you are here and that this will all be taken care of and is above board. But not only are you not a noble from Drekis, you're not from Drekis, and you're not a noble, but you are a cleric, which is a certain class of nobility, I suppose. Those are her words. And you are a powerful, well-respected person, so it should be fine, and it is her youngest daughter, so we'll have, of course, a proper wedding and a proper ceremony and all that jazz, but we'll kind of keep it small. Just invite the, nobility and clerics around, and, well, I'll send out invitations today, and we'll have the wedding in a week.
All right, okay, so hanging around for a week. Does he get to be a prince?
Yeah, what happens there? Like, what kind of title do you take if you're the wife of or the husband of a princess?
That's a great question. I guess you become prince, right?
Cool.
I don't know, because
lowercase p.
Thingy is a prince. Like the people who marry the princes of England are princesses, aren't they? So
yeah. So I would guess
should for some reason all of the people in line die, she would become the queen, and you would be like the queen's prince.
Yeah. You
might have the name king, but like she would be the ruling monarch.
Yeah, she'd be the ruler, and then
you would be the boy toy on the side.
Oh, would it be like a thing where some responsibilities get delegated to you, but she's like ultimately in charge?
If she wants to delegate to you, but she would not be obligated to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully she doesn't
it'd be more
want
like
to,
a first lady sort of situation.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. I really don't want to be an administrator, so hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
Did she say yes, Von?
Yeah. I'm gonna be married in a week.
Oh, goddamn. Do I get an invite?
Sure. Yeah, just don't do anything weird at the wedding, and you'll be fine.
Can I maybe give like a reading or something, like a speech, like a?
Of course. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Thanks.
Honestly, you're probably my only. I think everyone else in attendance is going to be a member of the nobility. You'll probably be my only friend there.
That's all right. I'm worth a lot of friends. Look,
That
we've come a long way here. Remember when we were just sitting in Shirebrook? How times have changed now. Hey, marrying a princess, having a baby, becoming a prince.
I remember battling with Krob over becoming a knight.
Yeah, you know how many people I had to kill to try and become nobility? Didn't even work. Yeah, well. So what? When's the wedding?
In a week. I don't know what the date is today, so I just give them like a rough, like probably a day of the week.
All right, we're gonna hang around for a week.
Sure. I think today we're just gonna call it August 14th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how close that is, but I just to put a date on it.
You know, Malachi, I could reserve some space in the castle for you to use as the teleportation ground if you want to go get Jeeves for the wedding.
I was just gonna say that. Why don't we? Do you think they'd let me build a circle in there?
I don't know about building a circle. That's something that we'll probably want to give some time for. But I could reserve the broom closet again. Give you a safe place to teleport.
That's a good idea. Let's tell you what. We'll do a stag do tonight. We'll get messed up at the gnome home.
I don't know if they have a court wizard. Perhaps you'd be able to get employed there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'd help them out, I suppose. I'm sure they have a wizard, right? Didn't we speak to him?
Oh,
There
they do?
should
Okay.
be. There should be a court wizard somewhere.
No. Let's go out tonight, and then I'll go and get Jeeves tomorrow, and I'll be back in time for the wedding. Jeeves should definitely be it. What about Frank and that?
I mean, you could ask them if they want. Or maybe not. I think they really want to get going on the whole urgent quest thing. They might see the wedding as a distraction.
We should probably keep us boss and friend to important.
Yeah,
distinction.
very professional relationship. Although they are wonderful people from my time with them.
They are your henchmen. I mean, isn't that what like best men?
Perhaps give them an
groomsmen are
invite. Oh boy.
They could get here in a week, right?
for? Oh, totally.
Yeah, maybe give them an invite if they want to come.
They are
Jeeves
from
could take
they
them.
are from here.
They have my personal invitation.
Maybe we could go with Jeeves. We could all go together on the road, like good old times. Like maybe that's what I'll do. Not you, I mean. Like you stay here. Maybe I'll go back and then.
Right. Yeah, I have affairs to deal with here.
Okay. All right. That's a good plan. Let me buy you a drink, and I'll. I don't know. Do they do like a 2-liter beer in the gnome home? That's just like.
I get the darkest beer they have, and I say, Frank has been turning me on to this drink coffee lately. I thought it was disgusting at first, but it's really been growing on me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that alcohol?
No, it's kind of the opposite actually, but it's very bitter, and its taste has been growing on me as I start trying the darker beer.
The centerpiece of the table pops off, and a small gnome climbs out with a shot of whiskey and goes, "Coffee's great with whiskey!" and slides it in front of you and pulls the thing plug back and pops down and disappears into the ground.
Oh, this is the best tavern. I think I could get used to being here.
Maybe we could have the after party. Well, anyway.
I don't know about it. I don't know how they'd feel about that.
Well, we're getting you good and drunk tonight. I open the thing again. Oh, more whiskey.
All right. The party parties.
Yep.
And then Malachi will TP back home,
Yes.
grab the rest of them, and trek it old school by carriage back here, where Malachi and Jeeves and the 3 NPCs will all attend Van Helsing's wedding to Princess Lysandra, the youngest princess of Queen Valuriawick, I want to say her name is. Probably close.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Valoria Wick, yep, that's it.
Yep.
I'm gonna make an amulet for Lysandra and bless it.
Ooh.
As a
No
gift.
princesses. They love amulets.
Yep.
Yep.
So I don't have a ring for you, but in the meantime, I hope this will suffice.
It shall. But don't worry. I'm having a ring made right now.
Oh, excellent.
2, actually. I figured you're too busy with this stuff, so I'll take care of all of these small details.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's been a busy past few months.
Van, we're going to be husband and wife. It's time that we learn to trust each other and delegate tasks back and forth. We will work as a more efficient unit than either of us apart.
That sounds excellent.
Good.
Well, I have to go do cleric stuff over at the temple. Mother Eliza's quite the taskmaster.
There's a reason she's the high cleric.
Yeah.
Well,
Who said romance was dead?
why don't we take a break? We'll probably just hand wave the wedding. As much fun as it would be to go through it.
Yeah, it's probably just, it's a fun ceremony.
We're not gonna. We'll just skip the wedding and come back in after the 21st. Maybe give it a couple days. Probably on like the 25th or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people really don't want it to be skipped, so.
Weddings are.
We can talk about it during break and see if there's anything worth going over at the wedding.
Maybe one day we'll do a flashback to the wedding. How about that, guys?
That's a good idea. That's a
good idea.
When we can't figure out what to do, we can just do a wedding
hard
episode.
to impromptu devise a wedding that's actually worth role playing. So I'm with you on that.
And we're kind of like on a roll to some bigger things here. So
okay, I'm like that.
Could write like a 20-minute speech, like an actual speech.
Yeah.
do the wedding over like 3 hours. It'd be greght.
Yeah, Nick, you can write. You'll write some speeches in the meantime. It'll be great.
We can make some intrigue that goes on. Yeah, this would be good.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll come back to the wedding another day, and we'll just skip past it today. So see you on the other side of our break. Bye-bye. All right, stupid button.